In the vast reaches of the galaxy, the Galactic Council, an alliance of highly advanced, peaceful civilizations, embarks on one of its most ambitious missions, to explore the furthest, uncharted corners of the universe. Their purpose is clear: to seek out new life forms, to study them, and, when necessary, to extend a guiding hand. The Council's members view themselves as the protectors of galactic harmony, ensuring that no species disrupts the delicate balance that has allowed countless civilizations to thrive. One day, as their deep space exploration probes scan the outer rim of the galaxy, they stumble upon a small, seemingly insignificant solar system. The third planet from its star, a blue-green world the inhabitants call Earth, presents itself as a subject of interest. Initial readings show signs of life, but the planet's technology is relatively primitive by galactic standards. The species inhabiting Earth, humans, appear to be in the early stages of interplanetary travel, and their technology seems rudimentary compared to that of the Council's member species. The Council is intrigued but not alarmed. Earth is cataloged as yet another underdeveloped world, home to a species not yet ready to join the galactic community. The initial data suggests that humans are fragile creatures, dependent on tools and technology for survival. To the Council, they appear unremarkable, lacking the physical strength of some species or the mental acuity of others. They seem prone to conflict, constantly warring among themselves, their development stunted by their inability to maintain lasting peace. But the Council's curiosity gets the better of them. They decide to observe Earth more closely, reviewing the planet's history in greater detail. What they discover, however, is far from what they expected. As they begin to dig deeper into the archives of Earth's past, they are met with stories of resilience, survival, and a relentless drive to overcome adversity. The humans, it seems, have faced countless challenges throughout their history: natural disasters, disease, war, and yet, time and again, they have managed to rebuild, adapt, and press forward. What initially appeared to be a species on the brink of collapse turns out to be one that thrives under pressure, a species that refuses to be extinguished no matter how dire the circumstances. The Council's collective mindset shifts from curiosity to unease. The more they study human history, the more they realize that this is no ordinary species. Humans have fought through every conceivable hardship, often self-inflicted, and emerged stronger. They are driven by an indomitable will to survive and, more disturbingly, to dominate their environment. They are not the peaceful, cooperative species the Council is used to dealing with. Instead, humans appear to have evolved through competition, conflict, and conquest. As the Council reviews the timeline of human history, they are astonished by the sheer scale of the violence and destruction humans have wrought upon their own kind. The species has been shaped by war, tribal conflicts, territorial battles, global wars, and each time, they have emerged more advanced, their technology progressing rapidly during periods of intense conflict. The Council is particularly struck by humanity's capacity for innovation under pressure. While other species evolve gradually, humans seem to leap forward when faced with threats, their ability to adapt and overcome obstacles unparalleled in the galaxy. What baffles the Council even more is the humans' capacity for self-reflection and growth. Despite their violent tendencies, they are capable of great acts of compassion, cooperation, and creativity. They build civilizations that span continents, create art and music that evoke deep emotions, and develop philosophies that challenge the very nature of existence. Humans are not mindless aggressors. They are complex, capable of both great destruction and immense beauty. This complexity makes the Council uneasy. The humans are not an easily defined species, and their unpredictability makes them dangerous. Unlike the other species the Council has encountered, humans do not fit neatly into any one category. They are not purely aggressive, nor are they purely peaceful. They are a volatile mix of both, capable of incredible violence, but also capable of creating thriving, prosperous societies. As the Council's investigation into humanity deepens, they begin to realize that humans are unlike any species they have ever encountered. They are not physically imposing, nor do they possess superior mental capabilities, but what they do have is a unique blend of intelligence, adaptability, and sheer willpower. It is this combination that has allowed them to survive and thrive in a universe that seems intent on wiping them out. The Council begins to question their initial assessment of humanity. What if this species, despite its flaws, is not as primitive as they first thought? What if, instead of being a mere footnote in the annals of galactic history, humanity is destined to become something far more significant? As these questions swirl within the minds of the Council members, a new realization begins to take shape. Humanity may not be a species to be dismissed or ignored. In fact, they may represent something far more dangerous, a species that, through sheer determination and adaptability, could rise to become the most dominant force in the galaxy. As the Galactic Council continues its deep dive into humanity's history, their fascination quickly turns to apprehension. They begin analyzing the patterns of human behavior over millennia, examining how this species has navigated through its history of constant conflict, natural disasters, and societal upheaval. The more they explore, the more they realize that humans are not just survivors. They are conquerors, always seeking to overcome every challenge, no matter the cost. The Council uncovers records of Earth's greatest wars, from the ancient battles fought with swords and spears to the modern era of mechanized warfare and nuclear devastation. The sheer scale of human destruction leaves the alien observers unsettled. No other species they've encountered has developed such an intense proclivity for violence, and yet, no other species has managed to survive the same levels of devastation. Humans, it seems, thrive under conditions that would utterly destroy other civilizations. From the Council's perspective, war has been one of humanity's most defining characteristics. But what sets humans apart is not just their ability to wage war. It is their ability to learn from it. Each conflict pushes human innovation forward. Every time they tear themselves apart, they rise again with new technologies, new strategies, and new ways of organizing their societies. The Council notes that some of humanity's greatest achievements, from advanced medicine to space exploration, have been born out of the fires of conflict. While war is seen as a destructive force by most galactic civilizations, humans seem to use it as a crucible for progress. The Council also finds that humans have a remarkable capacity for adaptation. They have spread to nearly every corner of their planet, thriving in environments as diverse as the frozen tundras and the scorching deserts. Their resourcefulness is unmatched. Humans build homes out of the earth itself, create weapons from the very elements around them, and adapt their bodies and minds to survive in places where no other intelligent species could. This adaptability is not just physical, it is mental as well. Humans have endured countless societal collapses, empires rising and falling, economies crumbling, diseases wiping out entire populations, yet each time, they rebuild. Each time, they grow stronger. The Council is particularly struck by how humans have faced extinction multiple times throughout their history, from natural disasters to plagues, and yet, against all odds, they have persisted. Where other species might have been wiped out, humanity's sheer will to survive has pulled them through. The Council theorizes that this drive comes from humanity's unique blend of intelligence and aggression. Unlike many other species, humans do not shy away from conflict, but they also possess the cognitive ability to strategize, innovate, and adapt to changing circumstances. The alien observers cannot help but notice the paradox of human existence. On the one hand, humans are capable of immense brutality, waging wars, committing acts of violence, and constantly competing for dominance. On the other hand, they are equally capable of extraordinary acts of compassion and cooperation. Humans have built complex societies, developing systems of governance, law, and ethics that have allowed them to create order out of chaos. They work together to solve problems, share knowledge, and build civilizations that, at their best, reflect their highest ideals. This duality leaves the Council members deeply conflicted. In the past, they have encountered species that were either aggressive or peaceful, but never both. Humanity's ability to embody both extremes makes them unpredictable, and unpredictability in a species is dangerous. The Council begins to question whether humanity's adaptability and resilience are assets to the galaxy or a threat. The Council also notices a recurring theme in human history: their relentless drive to explore and conquer new frontiers. From their earliest days, humans have pushed beyond the boundaries of their known world, seeking new lands, new resources, and new challenges. This drive has only intensified as their technology has advanced. Once they mastered Earth, they turned their gaze to the stars, launching spacecraft to explore their solar system and beyond. The Council realizes that it is only a matter of time before humans discover the greater galactic community. As the Council contemplates the implications of humanity's inevitable expansion, they are forced to reckon with a disturbing possibility. If humans apply the same aggressive, conquest-driven mindset to the galaxy that they have applied to their own planet, the consequences could be catastrophic. The Council has seen what humans are capable of on Earth, how they have transformed their environment, exploited their resources, and fought endlessly for power. If humanity turns this mindset outward, the galaxy may be facing an unstoppable force. Yet, despite these concerns, there is a grudging admiration growing among the Council members. They cannot deny humanity's tenacity, their ability to persevere in the face of overwhelming odds. They see in humans a potential that they have not seen in any other species, a potential for greatness, but also a potential for destruction. The Council is beginning to understand that humanity is not just another species to be studied and catalogued. They represent something far more complex and dangerous, a species that could one day challenge the very fabric of the galactic order. The more the Council learns about humanity, the more they realize that this species is not to be underestimated. They are not the weak, primitive creatures the Council initially assumed them to be. They are survivors, innovators, and conquerors, driven by a combination of intelligence, ambition, and a will to dominate. The question now facing the Council is no longer whether humanity will join the galactic community. It is whether the galaxy is prepared for humanity. The growing unease within the Galactic Council reaches a tipping point. As they continue to study humanity, a heated debate breaks out among its members. Some factions argue that despite humanity's violent tendencies, they possess remarkable potential. They highlight the species' creativity, their capacity for empathy, and the fact that many of their greatest achievements, scientific advancements, societal progress, and artistic expressions, are born out of their unique ability to blend intellect with emotion. These Council members advocate for a cautious approach. They suggest that humans could be valuable allies, capable of contributing to the collective knowledge of the galaxy. They propose introducing humanity to the galactic community and guiding them towards a more peaceful existence. After all, other species in the Council have experienced their own turbulent histories and have evolved beyond their aggressive instincts. Why should humanity be any different? They argue that humanity's potential for good is as great as its potential for harm. On the other side of the debate, a growing number of Council members vehemently disagree. They see humanity not as a potential ally, but as a ticking time bomb. These members point to humanity's unpredictable nature, their tendency to revert to violence when threatened, and their history of exploiting their environment for short-term gains. They warn that if humanity is allowed to join the galactic community, it could lead to instability on a galactic scale. The humans, they argue, are not like other species. They are too volatile, too driven by their own ambitions, and too capable of destruction. The most vocal opponents suggest that the Council take action to limit humanity's expansion before it's too late. They fear that once humans reach the stars, their desire for conquest will extend beyond their own planet. The Council has seen the pattern before. Humanity pushes forward relentlessly, consuming resources, subjugating others, and always seeking more. They've done it on Earth, and they will do it to the galaxy. The Council cannot afford to take the risk. As the debate rages on, some Council members propose more extreme measures. They suggest that humanity should be quarantined, their technological development slowed or even halted, to prevent them from becoming a threat. Others go even further, suggesting that humanity should be neutralized entirely before they have the chance to spread. These voices are in the minority, but they gain support as more and more Council members become convinced that humanity's existence poses a danger to the galactic order. Amidst the rising tensions, a third group emerges. These Council members are undecided, torn between the two extremes. They see both sides of the argument, the potential benefits of including humanity in the galactic community and the risks of allowing them to continue unchecked. They propose a middle ground, continued observation. Perhaps, they argue, humanity should be watched more closely, studied from a distance until the Council has a better understanding of how they will evolve. This group believes that the Council must remain patient. Humanity is still young, after all, and it may be premature to make a final decision. This compromise appeases some, but it does little to ease the underlying tension. The Council cannot ignore the fact that humanity's technological progress is accelerating at an unprecedented rate. They are already on the verge of becoming a spacefaring species. The question is no longer if humanity will reach the stars, but when. And when that moment comes, what will humanity bring with them? Will they bring their capacity for innovation, cooperation, and growth? Or will they bring their history of conflict, conquest, and exploitation? The uncertainty weighs heavily on the Council. Each member knows that the decision they make now will shape the future of the galaxy for generations to come. But no consensus can be reached. Those who see humanity as a potential ally remain optimistic, hopeful that guidance and mentorship can steer them away from their destructive tendencies. Those who see humanity as a threat grow increasingly frustrated, fearing that any delay in taking action will lead to catastrophe. The debate becomes more than just a question of humanity's future. It becomes a reflection of the Council's own values and fears. Some members question whether their peaceful way of life has made them complacent, unable to recognize the dangers posed by a species like humanity. Others wonder if their fear of conflict has blinded them to the possibility that humans, with all their flaws, might bring something new and valuable to the galaxy. As the debate drags on, the Council agrees on one thing. Humanity cannot be ignored. Whether they are allies or enemies, humanity's impact on the galaxy will be significant. The Council must decide how to respond, but the path forward remains unclear. In the end, the decision is postponed. The Council agrees to continue observing humanity, monitoring their progress more closely. But beneath the surface, tensions continue to simmer. Some members are already preparing for the worst, fortifying their defenses in case humanity proves to be as dangerous as they fear. Others reach out quietly, hoping to establish secret lines of communication with human leaders, preparing for the day when humanity makes its presence known. The Council is left divided, unsure of what the future holds. They know that humanity's time is coming. The question is, what will they do when it arrives? Will they reach out their hand in peace? Or will they strike first, to prevent a greater threat? Unbeknownst to the Galactic Council, humanity is already on the verge of discovering the truth, that they are not alone in the universe. Advanced telescopes and deep space probes have begun to detect faint signals, anomalies that do not fit with any natural phenomenon known to human science. At first, these signals are dismissed as interference or misreadings, but soon enough, a small group of human scientists, working under the radar of major governments, begins to piece together the reality. The realization is staggering. Earth has been under surveillance. These signals, when analyzed closely, reveal patterns too intricate and purposeful to be anything but artificial. The scientists who uncover this are torn between excitement and fear. The implications are immense. Humanity has long speculated about extraterrestrial life, but this is the first concrete evidence that they have been observed. And for who knows how long? The questions come flooding in. Why has humanity been watched and by whom? More importantly, what do these observers want? Word spreads quickly, despite efforts to keep the discovery quiet. Governments across the world scramble to control the narrative, while in secret, preparations begin. Some nations push for peaceful contact, eager to finally step into the galactic stage and forge relationships with whatever intelligence lies beyond. Others, more paranoid and suspicious, prepare for a different kind of contact. They begin bolstering defenses, fast-tracking space programs, and readying their militaries for the worst-case scenario. Humanity, as always, is divided, but the overriding feeling is one of anticipation. They know now that the moment of contact is inevitable. It is only a matter of time before whoever, or whatever, has been watching makes themselves known. And if they don't, humanity will be ready to meet them halfway. Across the galaxy, the Galactic Council remains unaware of humanity's growing awareness. They believe they still hold the upper hand, observing from afar without being noticed. But they too are nearing a crossroads. Despite their continued surveillance, the Council has been unable to reach a consensus on how to deal with the humans. The longer they wait, the more divided they become. Some factions push harder for action, arguing that humanity's rapid technological growth poses an imminent threat to galactic stability. Others hold firm in their belief that humanity can be guided, molded into a peaceful member of the galactic community. But even the most optimistic members of the Council are beginning to realize that time is running out. They've underestimated humanity's ability to advance, to innovate, and now they must face the consequences of their hesitation. The tipping point arrives sooner than anyone expects. A small human exploratory vessel, outfitted with newly developed faster-than-light technology, breaks free of Earth's solar system and ventures into deep space. It is an experimental mission, one meant to test humanity's latest advancements in space travel, but the consequences are far greater than anyone on Earth imagines. The human ship, still in its early stages of FTL travel, inadvertently stumbles upon a Galactic Council observation post, a hidden outpost positioned just outside of Earth's solar system. The encounter is brief, but the implications are monumental. The Council, caught completely off guard, is forced to confront the reality that humanity has now reached a level of technological sophistication they did not anticipate. Worse, the humans are no longer confined to their own planet. They are exploring. They are expanding. For the first time, humanity becomes fully aware of the Galactic Council's presence. The alien species monitoring Earth are no longer distant, mysterious observers. They are real, and they are close. What happens next is a rapid escalation. Humanity, now armed with the knowledge that they are not alone, makes its first deliberate attempt at contact. Using the data they've gathered from the intercepted signals, they broadcast a message out into space. A message that reaches the ears of the Galactic Council. The message is simple. We know you are there. Let's talk. The Council is thrown into chaos. The factions that had long pushed for action see this as a confirmation of their worst fears. Humanity, they argue, is not content to remain isolated. They are expanding, just as predicted. They will stop at nothing to carve out their place in the galaxy, and if left unchecked, they will become a force that cannot be controlled. Others, however, see this as an opportunity, a chance to finally engage with humanity directly, to extend the hand of peace and bring them into the fold before it is too late. The debate within the Council intensifies, but one thing is clear. There can be no more waiting. Humanity has reached the stars, and the Council must respond. The first official contact between humanity and the Galactic Council is tense. Human diplomats, backed by their governments and military leaders, sit across from representatives of the Council's various species. The humans are cautious, their messages measured, but underneath their calm exterior lies a deep sense of determination. They know their place in the galaxy is far from guaranteed, but they are prepared to fight for it if necessary. The Council's representatives are equally wary. They have seen the records of human history. They know what this species is capable of. Yet, there is a growing recognition among them that humanity cannot be treated as just another primitive race. They have advanced too quickly, adapted too well. They are a species of survivors, and if treated with hostility, they will respond in kind. The meeting concludes without a clear resolution, but the message is clear on both sides. Humanity is here to stay. The Council can either choose to work with them or face the consequences of attempting to suppress them. For now, an uneasy peace is established, but both sides know that the real test is yet to come. Humanity's expansion into the galaxy has only just begun. The Council, once certain of its control, now faces a future where humanity could rise to become the dominant species in the universe. Both sides prepare for what lies ahead, knowing that the fate of the galaxy may ultimately rest in the hands of a species that no one, least of all the Galactic Council, had anticipated would ever rise to such power.